Hello viewers, welcome back to another section of my YouTube channel tutorial. In this video, I'm going to take you through resultant of forces on particles. So, as we've learned in our previous video, forces being a concept in mechanics, and we learned about particles being any body whose parameters are negligible with the exception of its mass. We are going to learn how we will find the resultant of two or more forces acting on a particle. Please watch this video to the end and don't forget to subscribe. So we said two forces P and Q act on a bolt A. So this is the bolt A, and the forces P 40 Newton and Q 60 Newton acting at different angles to the hot bolts. We should find their resultant. So how do we find the resultant? We have different techniques for doing this. We have the graphical solution where you draw to scale, or where you use the parallelogram law or mathematical formulas. So now, in this video, we are going to use the trigonometric solutions where you apply the trig ratios and the parallelogram law of vectors to solve this. So let's see. These are both. This force Q, force P. To apply the parallelogram law of vectors, let me take this side alone. So I have this Q, this is what P, so 40 Newton, 60 Newton. Now parallelogram law of vectors is saying that if you have any two vectors which represent the two adjacent sides of parallelogram, then the resultant is the diagonal of the parallelogram. As simple like that. You know that the angle between the two forces is 25 degrees, right? So you make the resultant be the diagonal of the parallelogram. Then after you trace this side, Then now remember, in a parallelogram, this side Q is the same as here Q, right? This side P is the same as here P. Then also, any two adjacent angle here sum up to 180. So our portion here is going to be 155. Since 25 plus this will give us 180. So now let's take the parts of our parallelogram we are going to deal with. This part here is the resultant. You get it? So we are now going to have our resultant R, and coming here, this is the resultant R. Then this is Q. So Q will be here. Then this place is going to be the P. Then this place will be 155 degrees. So you have taken that portion. So once you have this, you are good to go. You need the magnitude and the direction of the two forces, and that will give us the resultant. So every resultant will have a magnitude as well as the direction. So as we are finding the direction, don't forget we have this place to be 20. So 20 degrees down somewhere. So let's see. Once I have this, I apply the cosine rule to find my R. And the cosine rule is saying that whenever you have three vectors forming a triangle, to find one opposite side, you need the angle which is opposite to that side. So once we need R, we need the angle opposite, and we have it. So R is simply equal to, so let me get R squared is simply equal to the square of each side of the remaining side minus 2 times PQ cos the angle between the two of them, 155. So my R is simply equal to the square root of 40 squared plus 60 squared minus 2, 40 times 60, then cos 155. So what am I getting for this? So when I punch this, I'm going to get 40 squared, 60 squared, minus 2 times 40 times 60 equals 155, and that is giving me 97.73 newtons. So this is the magnitude of the resultant. We've got the magnitude of the resultant. Now we need a direction. So let's see. We had this. Here was our P, our Q, and our R. It became 155. But don't forget that the bolt is here, so we need our resultant angle here, theta, to add up to the 20 degrees down here to give us our total direction of the resultant. Right. Now, how do we find this theta? Since I know here to be 97.73, to know theta, I'm going to use a sine rule. So see, the sine rule here, sine rule is saying that if you have the sides of a triangle, each side over the opposite sine, each side over the sine of the opposite angle is equal to the corresponding side over the sine of the opposite angle. So here I can say that Q over sine theta is equal to my here R over sine 155, right? And I can solve for my theta. My Q is 60 over sine theta, 97.73 sine 155. Now what do? Here I can somersault it. So sine theta over 60 is the same as sine 155 over 97.73, and I'll cross multiply. So sine theta will be equal to 60 times sine 155 all over 97.73. So let's see, 60 times sine of 155 all over 97.73, and that is giving me sine theta will be equal to 0.2595. So sine inverse my theta will be equal to sine inverse of 0.2595, and that is equal to 15.04. Now I told you from the diagram that once we find the theta, we are not done with the direction because there was a 20 degree before we start the horizontal, so we add it to it. So our total direction theta becomes 15.04 plus 20, and this is giving us 35.04 degrees. So we can say that our resultant R is equal to the magnitude, which is 97.73 Newton, then 35.04 degrees. Thank you for joining me in this video. Please subscribe, like, and share.